Hey, welcome to Web Design video. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found here at this URL, which is loaded here. And let me close the box model. So this is where we stopped. Okay. Before I even move on, I realized I made a mistake. Okay, so if you look at what we did here in Photoshop, and if you take the ruler and press the Shift key and go from left to right, you realize it's 1140, okay, which is the container size, okay, of a Bootstrap framework. What does that mean, right? So this is actually 1140 pixels, which is the correct container size. If you look at the Bootstrap documentation, which you can come to my website and look at Bootstrap 5 grid system, Excel would give you 1140 container size. So what does that mean? That means when you code here, your container go from the left to the right will be 1140. Okay. What if I change my mind? Okay. What if I say, hey, I've put 15 pixels on the left, 15 pixels on the right, but I want it to be wider. I want it to be 30 pixels. That means I want extra 15 on the left, extra 15 on the right. I actually have to change my container size to 1170 pixels, okay? And what I did in the previous video was wrong. Actually, I was looking at the gutter size on the outside of the container on the left and the outside of the container on the right. That will give you 120, but that's not right. Forget about that. Okay, sorry about that. So let's say I want 117 pixels, okay, because I added an extra 15. So instead of 1140, I want 1170. What you can do is, okay, let me load this page here so I can see the change. So you can come over here and go to style.css and say, before I do anything, I'm going to recode my container, which is just a class, right? I can actually force that should work. Control S to save, come back here, reload. You see the changes, they just push 30 pixels to the right. And if you make a mistake in calculation, it's not a big deal because they are going to readjust for you, you know, so that's pretty cool. All right, so that's that. And the next thing I want to do is let's say I want a little bit of margin on top just to make it look better, you know, padding. So padding would have the color within the wherever that is, and margin would not have the color, would have the color of the back. So let's say I want to have a little bit of margin on top. What I can do is I come over here and say in my header, text align center is redundant, but I can have a margin top. So that will have a little bit of space, look not so, cram on top there. So that's nice. All right, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to go to the next one, which is index 11, the banner. So if you look at it here, banner is pretty straightforward, There's only one column, so 12. Or you don't put anything, that's fine, because just one column is not going to change or anything. Okay. So go back to your source code, and it's still in the header. Banner is still in the header, so make sure that don't get out of the header. So this is that, and then this is one row. Okay, so there's another row in the container. So your header container has 2 rows. $11. Okay, come over here. So this is here. All right, pretty cool. And you want a link here when you click on First Presbyterian Church, they actually come back to the same page. Okay. So you can, as you can see, when I code, I added a 15 pixels more, which is slightly different from what I actually wanted in what I designed here. Okay, but that is okay because we want more space for the top banner, so we force that to happen. All right, and then we want to change the link, change the image here to a link. What you can do is wrap a link around it. Sorry, they auto-complete for you, so you don't want to put it in front, you want to put it at the back. You wrap a link around the image and link it back to itself. Now your logo become a link. Okay. If you want, you can change this to the link as well, but we are good. And of course, if you don't like the image to just become small like this, you can always, like, when do a detection, when you reach certain resolution, change the image, but we're not teaching that here, just too much work. Okay, that's a good place to stop, and let's do a quick validation. Validate the HTML is good. CSS is good. Okay, so we're good to go. Let me close this. Let me keep the grid system. Probably we'll need that later. We definitely need this, and probably we need this as well. Okay, so we did that for large. When it becomes smaller, it will change to half. All right, so that's a good place to stop. Let me rearrange this a tiny bit. we pretty much finished. I think we pretty much finished the header. Header has one container inside with 2 rows. First row is split into half large 6 and half large 6. Okay. All right, that's a really good place to stop. So we'll be back to finish the rest. See you soon. Bye.